Uh, Firstly, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone, to all the jury members and my, respective participants for this. Thank you for the opportunity to present at such an esteemed platform. So I represent HDFC Ergo. Me and Shilpi, we are from HDFC Ergo, and our product that we will be talking about today is cyber insurance. Cyber sachet insurance is the name of the product. So I will start with a brief background on why the product is important. Right. So as you can see, cyber sachet insurance, we are saying that be internet insured. Right. So while we think of insurance, the first things that we think of are term, life insurance, health insurance, motor, all of that. Cyber insurance is something that doesn't come that naturally to people. While in last couple of years during the pandemic, all of us have had to adopt digitally, across ages. Cyber risks are something that is not just restricted to young people or mobile users now. So India right now has a huge population that is on handheld devices, be it mobiles, laptops. So this is one category that we believe at HDFC Ergo that needs attention, that there is a risk, and the population of this country needs products in this space. So this is our effort in ensuring that people who are facing cyber risks today, and we will be going into detail in the presentation, but people who are facing cyber risks today need that protection financially, and that's how the product came into being. Quickly, a couple of USPs of the product. So if you see the slide, we are saying that be internet insured with pocket size insurance plan starting at rupees 2 per day, right? So the first thing is you need to be insured while you're on the internet. We are all using the internet, be it social media, be it banking transactions, everything that we do today, right from ordering food to getting our salary, making any kind of transactions, looking at what other people are doing on social media, all of it is on the internet. And while that is convenient, that also comes with quite a few risks. So being internet insured is important, and also pocket sized insurance plans. So something that we looked at while developing this product is that it should be pocket friendly, it should be affordable for everybody in the country, right? So insurance plans a lot of times are not affordable and are priced beyond the reach of the common man. But this one, we realized that everybody has a cell phone, everybody is digitally connected. So the idea it was that it should be affordable to everyone. So I'll quickly move into the presentation. So how do we see India today? So like we just discussed, we are all digital natives. We shop online. If you are traveling and if you want to research about a place, if you want to book a place, everything that is happening online. There are influencers. It's a separate, business today of influencers, and it's only growing. So we are influencers and we are getting influenced. So what do we want today? So the major thing that we look at today is easy interactions, personalized content. Instantly, we want things. So food orders need to be delivered in 5 minutes. Blinkit is trying to do it even faster, and contextual experiences. So we don't want a one size fits all approach. We want something that is customized to my needs, and that is also something that we have kept in mind while making this product. So while we want all of this, what is the challenge that we face? The biggest challenge is digital addiction. I think we are all aware of this, that we are very, very addicted to our mobile phones, our digital platforms, everything that we do. And that makes us vulnerable to cyber attacks. So cyber attack numbers, while we see, these are the kind of cyber attack numbers that India has seen over the past year. So if you see the top row, that's the kind of user base we have. So we know that India is one of the largest markets and the fastest growing markets when it comes to the digital space. So we have around 600 million internet users, 450 plus social media users. In terms of online transactions, we rank number one globally with more than 25 billion transactions, and we have around 800 million smartphone users. So that's the kind of population we are looking at, where we are seeing cyber risks. Now, if we look at the bottom row, this is where the risk lies. So we have more than 1 million cyber attacks that have been reported last year, and which is a three times increase to the year before that, right? So because of COVID, we have seen quite a bit of cyber attacks since everybody had to adopt digitally and everyone was not, similarly equipped, and cyber attacks happened quite a bit in the country. In terms of phishing and globally significant cyber attacks, we rank second and third. So we are right up there when it comes to the cyber attack piece also, with more than 3,000 cases which have been reported daily. And these are reported cases. A lot of cases go unreported, but this just gives us an idea of the problem and why we needed a solution in the first place. Now, what is the HDFC Ergo value proposition? So we are suggesting this product. We have come up with this product with this following value propositions. So what we did was, if you see on the right, these are the main tenets on which we have worked. So the focus was on to make the product relevant and understandable, personalized covers, value for money, like I mentioned that it has to be affordable for the end customer, and then you should also be able to customize the products to your needs. So in the product, we have 14 relevant and updated covers. So if you see the covers which we will come to, these covers are the most newest covers in the industry when it comes to the cyberspace. It is a modular product offering, which means that you can pick and choose your own covers. You can think of what is the risk that applies to you and then accordingly choose covers. We have a completely digital customer journey right from purchase. So whenever you're buying the plan, you can buy it from our website. And whenever there's a claim settlement that comes in, whenever you face an issue and you need to raise a claim, that entire journey has also been stitched completely digitally. We have a wide range of sum insured because cyber risks are not restricted to any age or any certain cohort of the population. So we have a wide range of sum insured from 10,000 to 5 CR. The pricing is kept very competitive. We have discounts also. There are no sublimits or deductibles, so there is no limit for any particular kind of risk. So if you are purchasing a coverage of 1 lakh rupees, if anything that happens in any kind of risk, you get coverage right up to 1 lakh rupees. There is no sublimits that are there. Also, there is the flexibility and customizability. This product is available on both retail and group platform, and we have the option of making customized plans depending on who the plan is for. So suppose it's for a student who's buying it, or a working professional who's buying it, or somebody who's buying it for his parents. Depending on the kind of risks, they can customize the plan according to their own needs. Now, coming to the product coverages, what are the things that we covered? So, firstly, financial loss. I think this is the most common one that we all understand. Theft of funds, identity theft, online shopping, online sales, cyber extortion. We will get into detail into each of these sections in the next slides. This is the summary slide. So, the first one is financial loss, which is the section. The second one is cyber liability, where we have social media covers, we have network security covers, privacy breach covers. There is a cyber bullying and stalking section, and there is also a data loss and restoration section. So data loss section is predominantly related to virus attacks that happen. So virus attacks can destroy your data, or at times can also destroy the device itself. So we have kept all of that in mind, and there are these 14 covers that have been designed. So in detail, I will just take you through the coverages that are there. So firstly, theft of fund. So theft of fund, what we have done is there is the definition of the cover, and there is also a case study of the cover. So I will take you through the case studies because it would be easier to understand. So in case of theft of fund, it might happen that you receive a link on the SMS. You click on the link and then you're redirected to a installed UPI app on your phone. Could be GPay, could be Paytm, any of it. And then without your consent or without your authentication, money is deducted from your account. So this is a very common form of UPI fraud that happens these days. This is covered under the theft of funds section. Then we have identity theft. So it might happen that you receive an email from the bank with a credit card issuance statement or a loan statement for a credit card that you have never applied for, or for a loan that you have never applied for. It can happen if your personally identifiable documents like your PAN card, your Aadhaar card, etc., have been stolen, or somebody has got access to it and has applied for a loan on your behalf. So in case that kind of a fraud has happened, identity theft takes care of it. Online shopping, again, I think this is something is one of the most common frauds that are there in the market today, where there are fake websites, there are fake sellers. So if you purchase an item on an e-commerce portal or a marketplace, so it might be, an eBay sort of a portal, or it can be a Facebook marketplace where you buy something, you send over the payment trusting that the item will be delivered, but then the item never gets delivered. So in that kind of scenario, we will cover the loss. Then we have online sales. So on a similar perspective, if you are selling and not buying, so in online shopping you are the buyer, in online sales you are the seller. So you might sell something on a COD basis or a part COD basis, right, on an online marketplace. uh, you ship the item basis trust that the rest of the payment will arrive, but then the rest of the payment never arrives and you're unable to trace the item. Whatever is the financial loss in such scenarios, we will cover. So that's the financial loss section. And now we move to the cyber bullying, cyber stalking, and loss of reputation. Okay, so there are cases and scenarios that we have seen even in India where somebody has logged into their social media account and seen that pictures of very objectionable nature of them, morph pictures or some personal pictures have been shared on their Facebook, Instagram, on other social media platforms. Now you can't trace the source of the post, but since all your friends, family, your office colleagues are all connected to you on these platforms, there is a large loss of reputation that has happened. And many a times people need psychological help. They need legal costs to pursue a case against whoever is the wrongdoer. So in these kind of scenarios, cyberbullying, cyber stalking is the cover that will keep you protected. Similarly, social media and media liability. So it might so happen we are like sharing memes and videos and photographs all the time, right, on social media platforms. Now we always do not know that where that particular meme or image has what is the source or who is the actual owner of that meme. So you might share something and then receive a notification from the creator that there is a copyright violation. So in that sort of a scenario, if you are a subject of a legal claim, we will cover the legal liability that arises from it. Network security liability is the next one. Okay, so this is when you're using a public Wi-Fi. So if you're sitting in a cafe, or I think even IRCTC has open Wi-Fi now. So when you're connected to an open Wi-Fi, there is always a risk that there is a malware attack. And if you are someone who is a victim of such an attack, there is an attack that can source from your system to other connected systems on that network, and then you may be subject to a legal claim that it is because of your system and your inability to stop the attack that other systems have been also affected or harmed. So in such a scenario, we will cover the legal liability that comes through that. Next three are also liability covers. The first one is privacy breach and data breach liability. So privacy breach and data breaches, if you had some documents or some confidential documents of the office or of some colleagues stored on your laptop or your phone, and then you are a subject of a data breach or a virus attack, and then these documents were leaked. So now you face legal action either from your company or somebody whose personal documents have got leaked. uh, you are the subject of a legal case now, and in such a scenario, this cover keeps you protected from all the legal costs that arise from it. Similarly, it could also be a case that where your personal documents have been breached from some other person's device, right? So you realize that there has been a data breach from an e-commerce platform that you use regularly. So very recently, we have seen quite big platforms like Big Basket also being the subject of data breach. So in such scenarios, what happens is your credit card information, your personally identifiable information like phone numbers, date of birth, address, all of it gets leaked. In such a scenario, if you want to pursue a case against an individual or even an institution, we will cover the legal costs that arise from it. Lastly, this is a cover which is liability arising due to underage dependent children. So many a times it happens that if there is a child at home and you leave your laptop open, you leave your phone open, and he or she posts something on social media without really understanding the implications. So if there is some sort of legal case that you are a subject of due to something that was posted by an underage children in your house, then this is the cover that keeps you protected in such scenarios. Coming to the
Sorry to
data.
interrupt you. Like you have another 2 to 3 minutes, so just speed up the presentation.
Sure, sure. So the next three covers are data restoration, replacement of hardware, and smart home cover. So data restoration is when there is a virus attack on your phone and then you lose the data. So we cover the cost of restoring the data. Replacement of hardware is when there is a virus attack on your phone, and along with the data, there is also some damage that is done to the hardware. So we cover the cost of replacing the hardware as well. And smart home cover is for connected homes where we have Alexas now with all your devices connected in a home. If there is a malware attack on one of the devices, there is a high chance that will be damage to other connected devices. So that is what is covered by smart home cover. So that's about the coverages of the product. Now it's available on both retail and group platform, and the main USP of the product is it can be customized to the way that you want to the customer wants to buy it for himself. So just as an example, this is how you make the plan. So you choose your covers, you can choose your sum insured, you can customize the covers and the sum insured to match your budget. So depending on your budget or depending upon your covers, you can make your own plan. You can extend the plan to your family also. So you as an individual, you can cover three additional members. These can be your parents, these can be your children, these can be your siblings, whoever it is. And then you have your own plan, right? So as an example, these are some of the examples that we have. So this is a student plan where we've chosen four covers at a price of around 400 rupees, then a working professional at a price of around 800, shopaholic at 900. So similarly, you can make your own plan. We have a complete journey on our website. And along with the website, what we have done is we have also partnered with large players on the transaction platform like Paytm. And if you go to Paytm, I'm sure all of us are users of Paytm. You will see if you search for UPI Payment Protect. This is a product that we have made in partnership with Paytm, right? So it gives you a coverage of 10,000 rupees for digital theft of funds, which is like unauthorized transactions. It's a 1 year cover for a price as cheap as 30 rupees, right? So that's the kind of affordable pricing that we have given, and it's on a group platform. You all of us can go check it out after the presentation on Paytm to understand how the product works. Similarly, on the HDFC Bank net banking platform, we have a larger set of covers. So if you see, all of these coverages are available. Since the HDFC Bank customer, we assume that there is a higher ability to pay premium. So we've given a choice of sum insured of 5 lakh or 10 lakh for a coverage of 1 year, depending on what are the coverages that he selects. We've also launched this product with a bodyguard mobile security. So it's a mobile security software. Obviously, this software in itself is for people who want to protect their phones from malicious software, malicious attacks, and VPN is something that they do. We have tied up with them to offer a complimentary bodyguard, complimentary cyber sachet cover for 25,000 rupees digital theft of funds, right? So this is the kind of this is the way we have reached out to the market, and we have got a very good response from all our partners, including our company website where the product is hosted. Now, coming finally to the claims journey, this is the moment of truth, right? For any insurance product, we have kept multiple touch points for claims. So you can come on to our portal to claim, you can drop us an email, you can call us on our call center. Uh, it's a complete self-help journey. The customer can just come onto our portal, provide the information, register the claim, and we have dedicated claims support. So we've tied up with a claims expert who are globally doing cyber claims, and the TAT that we have agreed with them is a couple of days in which they will settle the claims once the documents are received. So end to end, if you see it, this is a space where we believe that the country needs insurance cover. It is something that probably a category where people have still not understood the risks, but I think as a company, it is our responsibility to first create the category, create the awareness, and then ensure that people are protected from the financial loss that can arise from cyber frauds, which are only going to increase as we keep adopting digital means and platforms more and more. right? So that's the presentation. If anyone
Thank you,
has,
Mr. Bhattacharya. But
yeah.
what are you doing to popularize this? Because many people are not aware about this offer.
Okay. So as a popularizing, so we've done a large marketing campaign when we launched the product, I think 6 months back, and also on our YouTube channels. If you see, there are simplifying videos, right? So what happens a lot of times is the topics of cyber is not something that a common man understands. So what we've done is we've done very videos in a very interesting manner in vernacular languages, which help people to first understand the risk, and then we ask them to come onto our website and have a look at the product. And also we've gone through partners like Paytm, the example that I have provided, because Paytm is something that everybody uses, and we had seen very good response on Paytm, because Paytm is a common common man's app now. It's not just restricted to the HNIs or the bigger clients, right? So that's the way we have approached this, with a large marketing campaign on YouTube and through our partners.
How many persons have availed this or subscribed to this cyber sachet scheme?
In terms of number of, you're saying?
Numbers, in terms of numbers.
So till now we have around more than a lakh policies that we have seen, right, through our
Okay,
various partners.
okay. Thank you, please.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, so your this policy is internationally valid?
Yes, yes. So
If so,
all the coverages, even if you're abroad, will be valid. So the legal
okay,
liability portion is not valid, but in case of financial loss, if you face abroad also, it is valid.
okay, good enough. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Are
Just
we?
1 second.
Thank you. Once again, good evening and welcome to this PowerPoint. I represent LIC. My name is Bhargavi. This PowerPoint is on the ease in the settlement of claims of the policies, the claim payments through the digitalized new initiatives. I'm sure all of you would be LIC customers at some point of time or the other. And LIC has been adopting digital initiatives for this claim settlement over decades. At one point of time, we were the second largest user of the technology. This PowerPoint is about the recent initiatives which we have undertaken to create a wow experience for the customers with the growing demand and the awareness and the millennials that we need to cater to. So going to the PowerPoint, the whole initiative is about the WWW effect. Wherever, whenever, whichever way the service can be rendered, it would be our pleasure and privilege to do so. The first app is about, it's called a docu app. As all of us know, for any claim settlement, there are certain fixed documents to be submitted, essentially the policy bond, a discharge voucher for the minimum amount received. And as all of us know, the payments are made only through NEFT. So the bank details to be captured, for which we need a basic details like the IFSC code and the SB account code, all this. And we insist on a cancelled checklist, as is the practice normally. This docu-app helps in facilitating the capture of these documents. And as on date, LIC has over 2,000 branches spread across the length and breadth of the country. And you could be anywhere today and your policy will be serviced elsewhere. It's not required for the customer to travel to the branch which has given him the policy or the branch that is servicing the policy. This document can be submitted at the nearest branch. Now, what is this docu-app? Before I venture into the details of this app, I would like to mention to this forum that all the claim settlement process and the payments, everything is digitized. There is no manual intervention. It is all through the system. This is there. This particular app, the customer approaches the nearest branch, and when he submits the document, there are authorized LIC employees who have access to this app. They can take the image of this document and upload it. So through the system, it gets transferred to the servicing branch for further action, and the customer receives this claim settlement without having to go there physically or sending it through the post, and all this time consuming, energy consuming efforts are not required. The features are an effective tool for the service of customers under a single roof. It is cost effective from the customer's point of view, and time is saved. He need not be visiting. Anytime, anywhere claim settlement is the ultimate aim of this. As on date, we have about 208,000 people who have availed of this particular facility, and cumulative, this particular initiative was started 1 year back in the year 2021. 3,85,643 was the total. When you see this 2,08,000, for the information of the forum, we would like to inform every year, on an average, we settle over 2.5 crores claims. And in the current year, up to January, it was about 1.63 crores, of which 2 lakh and odd, roughly coming to 1.27%, have availed of this facility. This is the first application which we would like to inform you about. The second app is called the Jeevan Sakshya. Before I venture into this particular app, as all of us know, a section of the policy holders or a particular type of policy is called the annuity policy, where the payments are made periodically after a given period or immediately on a particular, depending on the policy conditions. And these payments, periodical payments, are called annuities, and the policy holders are called annuitants. And for them, one of the basic requisite is to submit an existence certificate periodically for the continued payments of these annuities. Now, prior to this particular launch of this app, the annuitants had to submit. They have to first take out a form, fill it up, get it attested by the authorized officials, be it bank or a LIC officer or a gazetted officer, and again go to the servicing branch to submit it. And once this existence certificate is uploaded or taken into our system, the annuities continue. This was the physical mode. After this launch of this, as all of us know, necessity is the mother of invention, and the entire world knew what the scenario was in the year 20. Post-pandemic, restrictions were there. There were restricted movements, and essentially most of these annuitants are senior citizens who dared not even venture out. And when this app was launched in the year 2021 in October, this facilitates their submission of the existence certificate online. It is paperless, and at the convenience of home, the annuitant is able to submit this Sakshya through this app, Sakshya app, his existence certificate in the digital mode. It is designed for these annuitants essentially. How this works? This particular app, based on two types of checks. One is about the the face identification, and the second is Aadhaar-based identification. So when the annuitant, at the convenience of the place where he is, can take a selfie, uploads it. This is compared digitally and authenticated. There are inherent checks to see that it is not manipulated. And the second step of authentication is comparing his Aadhaar and checking through a MPIN. So once these two validations take place, his existence certificate gets updated. Again, this is can be done anywhere in the country. So staying anywhere, he need not go outside his domain to the LIC office or physically, or even submit any documents in any physical form. These are the two apps. The Sakshya app is very much available, open to the public, and We are even moving in for a better version also, trying to integrate it with the general overall LIC digital app that is also going to take place sooner. But as of now, I have told you what is prevalent now available in the Play Store. The most important initiative now is most of our customers are have been associated with the organization for more than decades, and many of the customers have come to us even in the pre-KYC era, knowing them, tracking them. It's all have been very difficult. And not only that, the document submission, all this have become very laborious. So there is a constant review of processes taking place. Recently, we have taken up this initiative of getting the bank accounts verified through NPCI. And once the bank accounts are verified and the beneficiary is authenticated with the details we have, the payments are made automatically into the accounts of the policyholders, waiving the policy bond and the discharge form and the need for submission of all this cancelled checks, etc. Another Save Green initiative, I would say, up to a certain limit. It has not been done for all the cases. To start with, it has been done on a limited basis. So the statistics would tell you the beneficiaries, the number of beneficiaries. As on date, nearly 18,42,000, 43,000 almost number of people policies. The payments have been made waiving this requirement, automatic credit into the bank account, waiving the documents. Last, all these initiatives are aimed at the customers, the requirements from the customers, and ease of settling and all that. Not only that, anything would be possible only when the staff have access. Like I said, during the pandemic, we had work from home situation, people could not travel, and that let us have this VPN access, the virtual network access, from which the employees have access 24/7. The authorities, the officials who are entrusted with this job of administrating claims settlement have been given special access so that this can be done anytime, anywhere. These 4 initiatives, that of DocuApp, the Sakshya app, the payment through the NPCI, and of course the access, VPN access, have all been the very, very recent initiatives. So this is the work from home pictorial representation. We have almost over 300, 400 people who have been in this particular, all others have for this particular operation in every division and zone, people have been given this access to help customers. So that is 24/7 available to provide services to the customers to get this, whatever records have come online to see them. All this have been done. Anything else to be done? Now have given you the broad bird's eye view of everything. In respect of DocuApp, I would like to tell you further details how it is done. Here, when the customer approaches with the documents, the person authorized logs in. As of now, there is access is given to the employee. It can further be extended to the policyholders and agents in the time to come. So once the documents are received by the employee, they take a scanned image of the document and they have to log into the credentials. Well, the policy number is most sacrosanct for any policy holder and for us for the record purpose also. Once the policy number is given, for that particular policy, these documents get attached and automatically the system traces the servicing branch and it goes and lodges itself in the servicing branch. So this particular, this is the way the system functions, and the servicing branch takes down all these documents and further necessary action of ensuring the payment takes place. So I think I've covered all the essentials of all the apps and the data is given. With regard to this Saksha, as of now, we have had about 52,000 people have given in the current year so far. Use the app and submitted. It varies from year to year, depending on how many come for the existence certificate. So, and of course, the challenges are the volume of operations, the widespread of the customers across the country, the time span, and the profile of the customer too. Where, you have a rural customer, you have an urban customer, and it's been our constant endeavor to reach out to customers, make them aware of all this through our agency, through our the corporate communication, and every possible mode of communication. So I thank you all for this opportunity. We would
Thank
now
you,
take
ma'am.
questions.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good presentation. But I have a small query regarding this DocQ app.
Yes, sir.
You have stated that a person need to go to the nearest LIC office where the employees are authorized to enter,
Yes, sir.
scan and enter their data. Why can't the person himself upload from his laptop or mobile?
Yes, sir. That is what I had mentioned. As of now, it has started only with the customer, the employees. The access is given to the employees with that app. But provision is there. It can be extended to the agents and the policyholders too. Because one more, this one is there's need for greater education also. This is just started. The project has been, all these has been, I would say, offshoot of the pandemic and thereafter. Originally, this particular app was used only for reviving policies. Persons who wanted to have their lapsed policies revived. It was a continuing contract. It was a continuing contract. So there was just, it was used. Thereafter, this particular app was extended for claim settlement also, in which case only some people were authorized because the documents, policy documents, the discharge form, all this sensitive, this one had to be doc. It is possible for the policy holders to do it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, please. That was the only query.
Nice of you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, I think LIC is not working fast because most of the other insurance companies are 100% digitized and no need to go to their offices.
Do I take it as, sir, one thing, LIC, I mean, personally, I would say I've been associated with this organization over 3 decades. LIC has been constantly reviewing. And yes, if you say that all these companies have come into the existence in the post 2000, I take it as a valuable feedback about the speed of change. Change, yes. Right. Speed of change, yes. We are in the process. We are constantly updating. But I would say, considering the volume of operations, it has to be ensured there is a standardization of process also. It cannot be at one, and there, whatever I'm telling you now, it is being adopted across the country by the 2000 and odd branches. We do not have a centralized single point of servicing where you can make changes immediately. It has to be a uniform change. That would be my defense as of now. But point well taken, sir.
Okay. But the problem is that if LIC continues like this, then most of the new customers will shift to private insurance companies, and then LIC would have a difficult time because then the volume will decrease. So I think one should take care of all these things. Anyway,
thank you, sir.
You are trying your best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I will request Satvinder ji to present the first few slides.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Satvinder Singh. I'm taking care of this company, Saptarshi Consultancy Services Limited. And with me, Dr. Manda, who is going to present the project that we have did in the assessments of the losses through the drone. So, sir, can we move? Saptrishi Consultancy Services basically works in the rural area, do the crop assessments. So basically, we have started our journey in 2007-8 to do the crop insurance. When the crop insurance, and we have accumulated around 60 lakh farmers in our journey who have been insured by the insurance companies with the help of Saptrishi Consultancy Services. While we do the enrollment, the second part is the loss assessments, surveys of the farms to be done on the ground, on the farm level, so that the farmer, if there is any natural disaster, flood or any hailstorms or any other conditions where farmer has lost his crop, so he intimates the insurance company, and indeed we do, as a surveyor, we work for the insurance companies and we do the surveys. So the problem lies in the manual intervention, when we find that there are lakhs of claims coming in the most of the regions of the India, when the farmers claiming and there is a man who's going and doing the survey. Like in Maharashtra last year, there has been around more than 30 lakh claims has been intimated by the farmers. So it is very difficult to cover that 30 lakh farms with a man force on the ground and do the manual intervention, going onto the farm and doing the assessments. So here we thought there should be another thing with which we can use the technology and do the surveys faster and provide the solution to the insurance companies. Next slide, sir. So this is the brief about the company, that what we do. We do the manual work on the ground also, and now we are shifting into the remote sensing. We are shifting into the drone surveys. We are doing some of the technology part in the rural side to provide the solution to the insurance companies or to the farmers to faster payment of their claims and assessment of the reason of the claim, so that they should get their claims and within the timelines of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. This is the brief about the problem that we were facing while doing the loss assessment on the ground, doing the surveys on the ground, creating a huge manpower. Around more than 4,000 people has been deployed, although they have get the they get the remuneration out of it. But still, when you are going to do the surveys on the ground, you are not able to do it or complete it within the time frame of the guidelines given by the insurance companies. We also do the remote sensing, through which we do the yield estimations of the crop, and we do the surveys for Survey of India, in which we are right now working with the Survey of India and doing the mapping of the some of the places like Punjab, Gujarat or UP. In our journey, we have almost completed more than 350,000 surveys. We have covered almost 21 states, and we have been visited almost covered more than 57,000 villages and touch base with the fleet on the ground, not just the touching with the technology. We are just going on the ground, covering all the farmers, taking the pictures around of the farm, taking doing the surveys on the ground. All this has been done, and then now the shift towards the technology. So now we can discuss about the project. and Dr. Manda, who will take you through the journey, how the drones and the crop loss assessment has been done smarterly than we are doing on the ground.
Good afternoon to esteemed panelists and my friends. And thanks to SKOCH for giving us the opportunity to present our case here. And this is one of the case studies that we have undertaken in the recent past that we are going to present here. And this is going to be a path-breaking opportunity for the whole industry. Because as an outcome of this pilot project, the government is likely to execute a series of pilots in the coming Kharif season, which will exactly pave the roadmap for implementation of drone-based technology for seasonal crop loss assessments across the country. So to begin with, just some background that the PMFBY, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, is a flagship program of the Government of India. And it is a very ambitious program wherein the crop loss and damage assessments are done through technology. And the payments are made to the farmer as soon as possible. And there are multiple options of making the payouts in the middle of the season, like right from the sowing period, the moment the crop is sown on the ground, the risk actually starts. So sowing failure is one of the cases where the payments are made. And then during the mid-season also, there are different calamities like high winds, floods, and even diseases are covered. And towards the end of the season, again, yield loss is also assessed. So in every stage, we have proved the application of drone technology. And this is one of the cases where we are taking one specific example of Maharashtra, where a snail attack has affected a farm, a set of villages in Maharashtra, that is 3 villages. And the Maharashtra State Remote Sensing Application Center has entrusted us with the job of doing the assessment through technology. And what we have done is we have mobilized the team onto the ground within 3 days of time. And then the main challenge, what happens is the current procedure versus the new procedure. What is the main difference is currently it requires that, like we do for any other car damage assessment, a person visits the vehicle, he looks at it from all around the corners, 4 sides, and does a physical estimation of the losses. And then a form is submitted, and there is a comprehensive process. But in case of crop loss assessment, a person has to visit a farm and look at it from all 4 corners to the best of his ability. And what he generates at the end of the day is a subjective report, because if you are seeing from a farm from one corner, you can only do a visual assessment, which is subjective. If some other person visits the same farm from different corner, he will do a different assessment. And so there is a lot of subjectivity involved in this, which needs to be eliminated through technology. So that was one of the main reasons why we took to the drone-based loss assessment, which actually gives you a different perspective. You can look at the farm, all 4 corners in one go, and that is a top view. So there is no subjectivity involved in interpretation part. So it is all quantifiable, measurable, and can be justified through transparent approaches. And at the end of the day, it is a digital data which can be shared across the platforms. A copy can be given to farmer. It can be put on a website. All kinds of feasibilities are there because it is digital. So once the intimation is given, drones are flown on the ground. Due to high soil moisture, what happened is the number of snails in the ground have multiplied in number. So they started eating up the crop from the roots. And again, once the root was not there, the plant started dying. So almost all the farms in the village have intimated that their crosses are damaged, and mainly the soybean crop that was affected in the area. So there was a few farms with other crops also, but they were suffering no damage or they were not insured. So primary focus was on soybean crop, and because it was already by the middle of the season, that is August period, and 2 months had already elapsed by the time. So many of the farmers have actually removed the crop from the ground, saying that since the crop is damaged, we will grow for the second crop. So this was another challenge that we had to validate, that whether actually farmer has sown the crop or he has not sown, and whether he has actually suffered the loss. And then comes the last stage, that is how we effectively do the survey and how we report the losses which are transparently assessed. And since the number of intimations was huge, there were 6,000 plus intimations from 3 villages only. So this is exactly the case where, if manually done, a person can hardly do 3, 4, or 5 farm visits on a given day. And we have hardly a 15-day window to completely cover the study. So what they start doing, the field survey team, is they sit under a tree and do some judgmental based numbers, which again becomes a question mark. So manipulation is quite possible in field visits. So once we deploy the technology, it actually covers the whole area in very short period of time. And once the data is captured, we extract some indices, the vegetation specific indices, in case when vegetation is present on the ground. As you can see in the bottom right picture, you can only see some crop that is surviving in the corner of the farms, where the rest of the farm is mostly damaged. I think it is 90+% damage. The rest of also will die in a few days' time as the condition appears. And the middle photographs are the ones that show a snail typically that is affecting the crops. The other one is how the damage is looking. And the first one is the drone that is fixing aircraft that we deployed for the survey. And within 3 days, we could complete 30 square kilometers of area, covering more than 6,000 farms. So using this is the kind of results that we generate. We manually capture the farm boundaries through satellite image. And this hardly takes 1 day for one person to capture all farm boundaries. And by the time the UAV flying is completed, we are ready with the field boundaries. And then once the satellite, when the drone data arrives the office, we do georeferencing and digital image processing and extraction of indices. And using that, we use proprietary algorithms to compute losses on a per farm basis. If you look at the 3 images here, the Karajgaon, the top right one, shows majority of the farms suffered damages, that is more than 60% to 80% range. The left side, that is Chincholi village, has suffered reasonably less losses, but still very high. But the Dhuki village actually looks pretty much green, and it shows that there is possibility of fake intimations also here. And normally the villagers take benefit of the situation around, and anyone who has insured the crop actually submits an application that my farm is also damaged. So there is a way we need to find to segregate the persons who have suffered real losses, while others who have suffered fake claims. So this has completely helped us in segregating such cases and actually assessing a genuine transparent loss assessment. So how it has helped actually is the assessment is for every farm level, and in the next version that we are going to roll out is a one-pager report that will be generated for every farm, and that can be shared with the insurance companies, banks, and farmer also on his mobile application, so that he can validate what is the interpretation and assessment of this farm. And in case of discrepancies, he can go and can lodge a complaint. But there is no possibility of reaching that stage because it is a transparent and it is an honest imagery that is showing up the actual condition of the ground. So there is no possibility of any dispute raising. The whole interpretation analysis process is completed in maximum 2 weeks time, and irrespective of the number of claims in the area. So it is very fast as compared to manual process where someone has to physically submit the form and then a central office evaluates them. It is all takes at least few months of time, and sometimes the complete season is gone by the time the assessment is completed. Or it can through technology we can actually reach the benefits to the farmers very fast. And as I said, it is very transparent and it is scalable to the rest of the areas. It can actually generate employment in the rural areas also. Right now, government has just rolled out one option of drone application in the area, that is for spraying fertilizers and pesticides, which is one of the application areas only. Whereas if loss assessment is also included in the government policy, then I think the whole scenario will change very fast. And the transparency, as I said, is foolproof, and there is zero possibility of manipulation because the moment the survey is completed, The data is submitted to the office and then no one can actually change anything. It saves time and cost, and ultimately farmers are benefited in large numbers in a short period of time. That was my quick short presentation, keeping the timeline in view, and I have completed in 15 minutes of time. For details, you have a link given here. And see. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Manda. Very good presentation. But suppose in a village,
Yes.
only 2-3 farmers' crop has been damaged. Rest all are okay. How do you provide insurance benefit to them?
Sir, in case there is a cost involved in drone service. So at some point during the pilots, we will assess along with the Ministry of Agriculture that what is the threshold we need to adopt, below which we will go for regular traditional service. And if the threshold is breached, then we will go for drone-based service. And if the numbers are still large, we can even go for satellite, provided images are
Okay. Thank you. Got it. Thank you, please.
I would say excellent use of technology for doing for solving a problem. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So good evening to all the jury members and distinguished speakers. Myself, Prema Mukhilan, Deputy General Manager, United India Insurance Company Limited. Presently Project Manager, TNCMCHS. It's a matter of pride for United India to be shortlisted for this prestigious SKOCH Award. Now for 15 minutes, I'll be sharing the insights of Tamil Nadu Flagship Health Scheme, which is known as Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Comprehensive Health Insurance Scheme. United India Insurance Company is proud and preferred partner for Tamil Nadu government for implementing the scheme. Next. So United India is proud preferred partner for Tamil Nadu government implementing the scheme. Since 2012, we have been implementing. The health insurance coverage is provided for economically weaker section of the family, whose family annual income is less than 1,20,000. Apart from the family income, there are also sectors where the refugees, disabled, orphans, widows, migrants, transgenders, and mentally ill patients are also covered. The total sum insured of the scheme is 5 lakhs. The prestigious Ayushman Bharat PMJY scheme introduced by central government was integrated with CMCHS from August 2008. All the CMCHS card members of Tamil Nadu government can also avail the benefits of the PMJY. Salient features. The total family covered are 1.41 crores with a family size of 2.7, which covers nearly 3.81 crores of lives. Totally, there is 1,776 empanel hospital, where comprise of nearly government is 823, private is 953, and diagnostic center 935. And 1,038 hospital procedures are there, whereas 52 diagnostic procedures are also there, totaling up to 1,090. Apart from that, 11 follow-ups are procedures also given. I'll be touching on the 8 high-end procedure in my later slides. If you see that salient features of it, the main thing is it's a completely cashless coverage through smart card. And the most important thing is it's a paperless online and e-payment. And it's a host-to-host facility. The amount is transferred. It goes and hits the account of hospital in this mode. Actually, the scheme has got a TAT of 7 days and such a robust scheme with nearly 3.81 crores lives. But the TAT 7 days and 0.1 is our grievance. That is lesser than that. In fact, we have a regular desk audit, field audit, surprise visits, and all the things are there to prevent fraud and misuse. I'm happy to share to this forum that World Bank has come many times to see the scheme, and at one of its juncture, it has appreciated that the medical audit done by the scheme is fantastic. Uniqueness of the scheme. In fact, I'll be touching the IT platform, government hospital incentive sharing, diagnostic procedures, NK48 unique scheme, MTM home care insurance, high-end procedures, challenge and way forward. Before that, I would like to touch upon uniqueness of the scheme. It's first of its kind in the massed health scheme that this is standalone diagnostic services are given. Nearly 52 standalone. For example, MRI, CT, PET, cancer, all these things are given where none of the mass scheme gives like this. It's a standalone diagnostic services are also given. Apart from that, prosthesis, it's a functional prosthesis. For example, electronic hand, artificial workable limbs are given to the amputees so that they can return back to the work. Autism spectrum disorder, usually children with mental disorder, early intervention helps a lot. Rehabs, genetic testing for hereditary disorders, especially like liver or any other things they have a problem. In the early stage, if it is detected, so many things can be curtailed and their normal lives can be taken care. Similarly, transplant, this is one of the excellent thing in the scheme where the very weaker section of the society strata can take help from this scheme by using the transplant surgery also along with the follow-ups. Actually, Government of India now is recognizing the transgenders also. In fact, last year for the gender reaffirmation surgeries to the tune of 26 numbers we have performed and we have given the claim. Cochlear auditory brain stem implantation and cochlear implant. This anyway, I'll be touching in my next slide. This is also connected with the government scheme like RBSK program, NTM, VMK, Rashtriya Bal Suraksha Karikram, all these things. For example, a child is diagnosed with a hole in the heart or something like that. This will be again get connected with the CMCHS and the treatment can be taken under the CMCHS. First thing which I told regarding the IT functions. See, if you take the empanelment from the hospital side, if straight away the hospital has to log into the website www.tn.cmchs and they will get all the details. And if they want to get empanel, all the document has to be uploaded. Once the document is uploaded, we can see in the project office. The project office immediately see in which district it's been empaneled. Our team goes there, goes to the hospital, then they will see all the parameters. If everything is in right thing, they'll immediately once again upload all the documents. Again, it comes to project office. Project office makes a chart, and in that particular month, how many hospitals have registered through web, it will be, it goes to EDC committee, where our general manager, as well as from United India Insurance Company, as well as the project director, who is an IS officer who's taking care of complete TNCMCHS from the government side, they will sit, they will verify all the documents, everything is okay, and they feel it can be sanctioned immediately. That hospital is cleared, so they get empaneled in the hospital for treating the CMCHS patient. Similarly, when it goes for the beneficiary has to get his card. So what it does in each 38 district, we have a kiosk, district kiosk in the collector office. Each district there is a kiosk. A person with the Aadhaar card has his ration card and the income certificate. When he goes there, he can just straight away with his thumb impression and online he can be registered and immediately he gets a smart card. So that is also again online. Immediately after that, he wants to get a treatment in one of the private hospital or government hospital, whatever it is. If he goes to a private hospital, there will be a liaison officer dedicated specifically for CMCHS. She or he will verify the card and will punch in all the details into there and it will be transmitted to the project office. Project office will verify. If they feel everything is okay, immediately they will say, okay, it goes back again to the hospital. The hospital, the doctor will diagnose the problem and immediately the patient is admitted. Immediately after admission, the procedure starts and all the before that pre-authorization is given. For so much this project, this symptom, this disease, this much amount is cleared. Automatically the procedure starts after completion of project. The procedure, immediately the beneficiary can get discharged immediately and The hospital will key in all the details along with the discharge summary to the project office. There are 3 or 4 stages which gets vetted on all our doctors, and ultimately it comes to claim head. They will also verify and everything is okay. They'll immediately give clearance. The claim is paid within 7 days after all the papers are okay. Immediately the money will straight away hit the account from United India account to the hospital's account straight away. Again, e-payment. So everywhere, if you see that starting from empanelment till end, the money goes, everything is online. It is IT. That is a robust thing we are having across 38 districts through internet, intranet, everything has been taken care. Any details you want, you can see there. And similarly, if you see in 2017 itself, minimal health record can be taken by the beneficiary by using his mobile. He will be getting a OTP. Based on that, he gets the minimal record. In fact, in 2022, APPMJY has started it, but it is in a very big manner. So this is the strength of IT in CMCHS. I was talking about high-end 8 procedure. If you see the screen.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. You have another 2 to 3 minutes, so just try to conclude within 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah. This high-end, if you see, it is from 4 lakhs to, because it's very difficult for the people to get the transplant and all, because this is a transplant is very high-end this thing, and it is not so easy to get. So till 22 lakhs, this money has been given. I can tell a small story where a migrant child, I don't remember, it's I think Bihar or somewhere, the migrant laborer had come to Tamil Nadu, and since 2 years, they were struggling to get the medical treatment. And they came to know about the CMCHS. They got, as a migrant laborer, they are eligible for getting the card. So they got the card, immediately admitted into a private hospital, and the child, which was not able to recognize anything, was able to, due to cochlear implant, was able to recognize. And it became such a happy news for the mother. That was the first time she felt, she really cried. It was a TV program. They showed how she was benefited and how she was being and thankful to this scheme. So such is the thing where weakest of weaker section also can get the benefit under the scheme. If you see the performance of the government hospital from 2017 to 22, although we are from 10 years back, but then I've just taken 5 or 6 years only. The government performance, which was starting, it was only 5%. It has raised to 62%. That is the numbers. If you see the amount also, 51% the government is getting the money. So that means from 5% to 51%, these people are getting the money. I think your screen should be changed. So 62% is getting. Now, what I would like to say is how this money has been utilized for the government hospital. Suppose a hospital gets 100 rupees, 72 rupees goes to the hospital and 28% goes to the implementing the TNHSP, goes to corpus fund. So 15% actually it goes as a medical to the medical team, and 17% upgradation of infrastructure, 40% for the consumable, and corpus fund is 27% and IEC put together 28% goes to TNHSP, which is kept as a fund and used again, rotate back to the high-end thing. If you see the 2 photographs, one is the old one when we started the government hospital, how it looked because of the scheme. So what is the benefit? Both the hospital, it's only just for example, I given 2 hospitals, the whole hospital throughout all the 38 districts, this is the condition. Next. MTM, this is the dovetail of the reset, because every time the government changes or a government comes, they give new thing attached to the main scheme. So here it is called as MTM, Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam. That means at the doorstep of each home, the Maruthuvam, that is the Aushad, like your medicine goes to the people doorsteps. So what happens is the peritoneal dialysis, the CAPD bags and all are being taken through the nurses, public health workers and women health volunteers, and it has been delivered. Most of the young boys, because of this, they use their dialysis kit and they go for a normal work. Similarly, it happens to physiotherapy also. So instead of the patients coming to hospital, the hospital is going to the doorstep of the patients and ensures that their livelihood is not unnecessarily stopped. So there's one more important, very striking scheme is connected with this, is dovetail of this, is NK48. That is Nammai Kakkum Thittam. That means it is something like that 48 golden hours time. It is in Tamil, Ninnai Oru Kaappu means it saves the life. So in 48 hours, the golden hours time, this scheme ensures if anybody, for that matter, anybody in the state, be it foreigner also in that way, forget about Indians, any foreigner also meets with an accident in the vicinity of Tamil Nadu border, immediately, because 600 hospitals are mapped. So it is connected with all the 108 will be standing in the highways. So once they get any alert through phone or anything, immediately they have a camera, they will see, and they will key in the detail, whether it's a head injury, neuro injury, ortho injury. So immediately it will pop up by saying this hospital, the nearest hospital, this is the best hospital for this treatment. Immediately the hospital drivers, because they may not go to a hospital where the money is given or those things. Straight away, everything is app itself. Straight away, they go to that particular hospital. In this 48-hour time, golden hours, no money is taken. Straight away, anything, 1 lakh is given for the patient. So what happens? The golden hours treatment is very, very important. Once he is stabilized, he can then think of either getting shifted to a normal this thing, or if ICU, if he's got any card, or then maybe it can go to CMCHS as a patient here, or any other insurance mode he has got, he can take in treatment, or any card without that, or he can, as a payment person also, he can pay this thing. Because this golden hours is very important, because his risk has been taken care. After that, what happens is he's been treated, and nobody is there to take care of this, means he can also go to a government hospitals. So
I'm sorry to interrupt you. You have another 1 minute.
Yeah. So this grievance mechanism I was talking about is that 1%, how it is 0.1% is, this is 24/7. We have a call center that is, it is a, anybody can talk anytime, any emergency thing also it can be called. It's a call recorded one. Apart from that, every Monday there is a meeting where all the persons, if you have grievance or the hospitals have grievance, they can come and address it. Apart from that, mail is there, VC is there, they can all come. Secondly, on Tuesday, IT meeting happens. The Wednesday is all the high end, for example, lung transplant, heart transplant, lung and heart, all these things. Every Wednesday it happens. All the big committee comes there. They do that. Apart from that, every 4th week of the week, there will be a morbidity M&M committee where all the high-end surgeons and all, they come. And in case any questionable death happens in the hospital, automatically what happens is the committee will say that if the operation is not successful, because of that mortality has happened, automatically that hospital can go to the extent of getting de-empaneled also. Then there is a EDC committee for empanelment of hospital, core committee for any important decision. All this happens. This is the reason vigilance officer rampantly in the district, they follow all the things. They have their GPS vigilance app is given to them. From there, anything goes wrong, they go to the field also, and any complaints they register, and it has been sent, it has been redressed. So although it may look very rosy everywhere, but then there are so many challenges we have also come across. Oops, usually out-of-pocket expenses, because money collections become rampant thing in the hospitals. That is the thing which from our liaison officer to the district grievance vigilance officer, everybody takes care. Because anything is found negative, immediately there is a warning, sometimes penalty happens, sometimes de-empanelment also happens. And portability. CMCHS patients, when they go to other states, it becomes difficult because they do not have the PMJY. Only PMJY card holders, they can get the benefit. Others do not have. But anyway, NHA is supporting by ensuring that empanelment can happen in different parts of the country also. But at the same time, any state person, if he's got a PMJY card, Delhi, Bombay, anywhere for that matter, if they come to Tamil Nadu, they are under PMJY, they are treated. So fraud and abuses are also, it's a big thing happening every time, morphing and xeroxing, so many things happen. We have to do lots of audits there because it is a scheme is getting upgraded. So IT evolving is always there. Then discipline, way forward is we have to discipline the hospital by saying it is an insurance mode, all the documents and everything should be properly given, no hanky-panky thing should happen. And the main thing is Niti Aayog has given one writing in which finding it said, the top strata of the society has got insurance by paying money. The lower strata government scheme takes care. But there is something, the missing link. So universal health coverage is being thought of. We are also talking to government how this can be bridged, whether the persons can directly pay money and anything can be taken care. So that is also we are thinking of it. And improving infrastructure is already you have seen how it is transformed. It is a self-sustaining scheme where because of that, the government hospital which was 5% we are using, now it has come to 62% of both numbers as well as the income, that is payment. So they have gone to such a good level. Then performance also similarly, all the high-end, all the big Linac machine and all the big machines are implanted there and they're taking all the benefits. And enrollment drain, every hospital, every month they are supposed to do one camp, all the screening is done and in different parts of the whole district, across 38 districts, and that also helps. And we are also creating analytic. So our achievements, see, we are insurance company. We have to just collect premium and claim. But United India is not like that. We always have a social obligation. If you see, although because of the scheme, it has this much transformation we could get, bring it. But in this, whether it be Chennai flood or be it Gaja cyclone, anything, our team jumps into the place and does all the whatever possible help. If you see the COVID for the past 2 years, we have created one war room where the oxygen supply in the hospital was getting lessened, where that was connected, and vaccination drive. And if for the cancer and dialysis patient, they need not have to rush to the hospital, the medicine went to their places. All these things in a holistic matter, whatever best possible was taken without much confusion or disrupting the patient. So in recently for the chess Olympiad also, there was a threatened abortion. So there immediately that patient was taken care, and a Nigerian player. So I'm talking one step apart from this CMCHS, that United India is always a social obligation company, which also takes care of this thing. And in fact, many of the states, like for example, Haryana, Meghalaya, Jammu Kashmir, Mizoram, all of them have visited Tamil Nadu to study the successful operation and how it is implemented. So in fact, Niti Aayog has given one statement by saying this poverty has been reduced because of the implementation of CMCHS in Tamil Nadu for the past 10 years, which was reduced the financial burden of the poor in the state.
Now, because it's already like you have extended the time.
I'm just 2 seconds. These are the awards. What can I say more than that? A small cog in the wheels in the development of the nation. If citizens are healthy, nation is healthy. The given the opportunity, I'm very thankful to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. In fact, the whole process and scheme is appreciable. But the key to the scheme benefit is the getting CMCHIS card. Is there any helpline number or help desk which can help these poor people to get that card? Because they are not aware of, they are not aware most of the time that such a good scheme exists there. What is
there are, sir. There are 2-3 things. In each district collector's office, there is a dedicated district kiosk where everybody can go there with the only documents. They have to go there, get enrolled. Apart from that, we have a dedicated 24/7 these call centers. They can call there and say how to get the card, from which place they have to get, what are the things they have to take care. So with this also, it is a recorded thing, because every day the recorded things comes to us, what the previous date was recorded and what are the grievance, how they have solved, all those problems is given. So if anybody approaches this also, this is happening. And mainly everywhere camps happen. Every month the camps happen by the private hospital. They are supposed to do. They go to the villages, they do the camps there. When they do the camp, many people, they come and get registered there also. So there also the cards are given. In whatever possible manner, if you see the complete data of government of Tamil Nadu, it is totally 2.2 crores But whereas this nearly 1.41 crore families have been registered, that itself shows many of the things have been addressed. But still, this is an ongoing process, sir. Everywhere camp happening and getting enrollment 24/7, and it is 24. All the kiosks are open in the collector office fully, and every meeting this is being told. It comes in paper, everything like that.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Many thanks for giving us this opportunity. And I am here with my colleague, Dr. Pankaj Dhonde also, and we are presenting on a very simple thing, which is claim registration and entire claim tracking, the claim details tracking via WhatsApp. And we had initiated this project in the month of April 2022. It took us about 2 months to complete this project. And the claims team and our digital team were a part of it. And just to tell, this was an initiative in order to leverage on the benefit of the usage of WhatsApp. And it goes with the simple philosophy, as Mother Teresa said, be faithful in small things, because it is then in them that your strength lies. So that's the main thing. And we took the small thing of WhatsApp, but the strength of WhatsApp is enormous, because how we see is that people are using it rampantly. And in India also, we have seen the uptake of WhatsApp is currently around 82%. And the idea initiated with the point that if people are using WhatsApp so much, then how can we make the journey easy for our customers at the moment of truth, which is health claims. And the COVID also taught us that the accessibility is many times a problem. Not all are able to send us the documents and so on. So we thought that let's do something on WhatsApp, which will leverage the initiative or the reach that WhatsApp has. And it will give us a very simplified way for our customers to reach out to us at the time when they need us the most, that is at the time of claims. And we saw that everything was closed in the pandemic. Our offices were closed. The courier service were not taking place in a proper way. So this all resulted into a lot of pendencies also, because people were keeping documents at home. The time lag between the claim actually getting lodged and the claim coming to us for proper filing and for proper processing, normally it varies between 30 to 40 days from the date of admission. It was getting extended to 60 days, 90 days, which was causing a lot of internal issues of reservings also. So we had a lot of problem statements, document not coming, not all the documents being, sometimes document getting missed on the courier, and also we were not able to get the documents in one go also. And due to the, I would say, delay from the courier partners and all, the anxiety between amongst the customer was also rising, that what is the status of the claim? Has that claim been received or not? Also, POD is taking time, the courier is taking time to deliver, which was resulting into a lot of calls landing in our call center, lot of email requests coming to our grievance center and claim center, asking just about the status of the claim. Has the claim document reached? What is the current status of my claim? And so on. And we were seeing that lot of the choking of the bandwidth was happening for our people who were managing all this. So we thought that why not give an access to all of these to our customers using WhatsApp? And that's when we thought about the customer claim self-service facility through WhatsApp. Now, we try to give almost all the things into the WhatsApp accessibility. The customer can track it 24/7. The customer can understand what is the claim lodged, what is the current status of the claim. If any deduction has been made, what are the reasons for those deductions? They can get the granular details. If a claim is in, I would say, status of under process, they can also see that. That is one part once a claim is successfully lost. But before that, first the claim should come to us. So we also thought that let us open this for entire claims journey. So now by just clicking a picture, the customer can send all his claim document to Aditya Birla. Through WhatsApp, all the documents can be uploaded and it directly reaches the claims team. So all the in-between work of scanning or taking a printout and all is also eliminated. Just click picture, it comes to our claim processing software, and the claim can get processed on almost real-time basis. So it is not only ease of claim intimation, but also ease of document upload and all, because the customer has to click picture also. And then we thought that, okay, it is from the claim service, but we are missing something. So the other thing that was missing was there is a cashless opportunity also. So the customer might need to know that where is my network hospital. So we gave that opportunity also on the WhatsApp, that the customer can search for a network hospital near his area by providing us the PIN code or the city name and all. And then there can be another part of it that the customer may get the information, but customer may want to know further details. Let's say customer can get an information that out of 100 rupees, 80 has been paid and 20 is deducted for this reason. But the customer can raise some objection, or the customer may want to understand the details of the 20 rupees deduction. So now using WhatsApp, the customer can raise a service request also. So all these things were given in that facility, and we took up in that project. And now it's almost, I would say, 7-8 months of successfully completing this entire initiative, and very proud to share few of the good results. We track the customer satisfaction through NPS. Our customer satisfaction rate has increased by 54%. Since the launch of this app, what we have seen is that there has been a 20% reduction in the query in the heading of what is the claim status, or what is the status of my claim or the additional document. We are seeing considerable rise in the number of claims that are being submitted through this initiative. And also what we have seen is that the average handling time in our call center for reasons such as what is the claim status or deduction reason or rejection reason and all, the average handling time has come down. Earlier it was 20 minutes. Now we are seeing 8 to 9 minutes of reduction in the average handling time also. So these are the benefit and the business impact of this entire initiative over the last 8-9 months, what we have seen. And it is a complete do-it-yourself platform. And these are the few screenshots which I would like to share with the group. This is how simple it is. So if you see, it works on the principle that whatever mobile number was given to Aditya Birla while issuing the policy, it works on that mobile number because it is a registered mobile number. And then the person can initiate the entire journey. And we have given a lot of options, which includes multiple language. So it is currently in Hindi and English. Then we have also given option to buy insurance and all. But the major part, which is the moment of truth, that is claims. So claim details, you can modify, you can raise the entire claim journey through the WhatsApp and send it to the claims team for real-time claim processing. And this also has a provision to link with the online platform where the customer can, if there are a few customers who are not so much tech savvy on WhatsApp and they want to see something on the website. So it has a provision to link our customers to the website also, where they can check similar features, which is claim status, claim admissibility, claim approved amount, and so on. And what I would like to say is that this is not the end, because this is just the beginning. So we have now created future plans also around this project, which includes that currently this is for a fresh claim. And now what we are planning is that we will try to allow the customer to submit the deficiency documents also, because this is currently for claims which are for the first time. Currently it is not open for deficiency. So in the June plan for this for the upcoming financial year, we will put that. We are trying our best to increase the adoption. Currently the adoption is around 6%, and we have started doing aggressive marketing around this through our various channels, which is email, which is through SMS, which is through push notification of our existing app. All our agents have been given appropriate, I would say, standees and all, so that they can put in their shops and even small placards to educate the customers to use this as a service. And our plan is to take up the adoption rate to 25% for this initiative. And in future, we may plan certain service guarantees also if claims are registered through this initiative, because internally it bypasses many of the manual processes and thus eliminates a lot of wait time for the claim processing. And we expect the claim to get processed in 1 day TAT, which currently is around 5 working days. So this is a short presentation on this. Thank you, everyone. Open for questions.
Mr. Bhattacharya, generally when the hospitals are ready to discharge a patient after is recovered, it is a pain point for all users, irrespective of the company, that it takes from 3 hours to half a day or sometimes even more than that. What is the picture about your company?
So, sir, currently we are having a turnaround time of 2 hours. We have dedicated team which is called as virtual care managers. Any claim which is pending beyond 90 minutes, that gets triggered to the virtual care manager team, and they call up the hospital to expedite the delivery process. There are a lot of gaps, sir, and what you said is actually right. Normally, what we have seen is that the discharge takes anywhere between 3 hours to 6 hours. The main problem lies in the time that when the doctor who is taking the rounds, he tells the nurse that the patient is fit for discharge. From that moment to the actual moment of the discharge document being reaching the TPA desk, that is the first roadblock. So to eliminate that, we are working on certain initiatives with the hospital where we are encouraging daily billing and cases which are planned discharge, because discharge in many of the cases are planned. So we are working with some hospitals that if 1 day prior only at night, if they can send us the final bill with an estimate and that matches, then we will look for an early discharge. We have started that project, but currently it's too early for us to comment on that success of this, sir.
I think that early discharge, a night before discharge, that should be implemented.
Absolutely, sir. We are exploring that and we have started our work on that.
Okay. Thank you, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. No specific question.
Thank you, sir.